Hello, everybody. This is Luca, tarot reader. Which is, according to you, the most famous scholar of tarots of our age? Maybe you would answer Alejandro Jodorowsky, the very famous Chilean film director, writer, unfortunately dead very recently. But today I want to present a better scholar, in my opinion. Have you ever heard about Sergius Golowin? He has got a lot of analogies with Jodorowsky. He was Aquarius, a star sign, even if of a different decades. Sergius Golowin was born the 31st January 1930 in the second decade of Aquarius, classified in personology as the decade of the eternal youth. In fact, it was part of the Jugendbewegung youth movement, and from 1971 to 1981 he served in a local government office in Switzerland, in Bern, as advocate for youth culture and worked to solve numerous ecological problems. Another analogy with Jodorowsky is that also Golowin had Russian origin, being born in Prague, Czechoslovakia, to a Russian father. But here the analogies between Golowin and Jodorowsky stop. Even if both published about tarots, Golowin published just one book about tarots, Die Welt des Tarots, The World of Tarots, but for me, this only book is much deeper and more exact than any Jodorowsky's books. For instance, Jodorowsky places the origin of tarots during the Middle Age in the Mediterranean basin, as a way to unify the three major monotheistic religions, Christianity, Islam, and Hebraism, through the Jungian archetypes that are the base of the major arcana of tarots. But this theory seems quite improbable. Actually, even Jodorowsky doesn't prove it. First of all, during the Middle Age, the three major monotheistic religions were contending by dint of bloody wars for the political and spiritual control of the Mediterranean basin. Secondly, nobody, absolutely nobody, among saints, philosophers, and religious or political authorities in the Middle Age had the slightest idea of what Jungian archetypes were, or the intention of unifying or merging religions that appeared so different. The unique thought at that age was to eliminate all those belonging to a different creed in order to confiscate their wealth. This Jodorowsky theory seems much more influenced by the Masonic agenda of merging together the three main monotheistic religions. In reverse, according to Golowin, the origin of tarots is more ancient and placed in India. It goes back to the mists of times preceding the formation of the monotheistic religions, when tarots were the cultural specialty of a Rajasic, that means royal, caste in the Indian peninsula. A hidden secret knowledge which distinguished this social class from the inferior ones. As shown in the Wheel of Fortune, this upper Indian elite already knew that all fortunes of the world are just temporary, and when revolution and popular revolts forced them to abandon their kingdoms, they were in some way already ready. They transformed their millenary knowledge in a card game which allowed them not to bring heavy books in their escape and allowed also the oral transmission of the knowledge in some way safer than the written transmission. They disguise themselves in acrobats, jugglers, artisans who populated their courts, and they moved away from their kingdoms towards west. Genetics and historiography prove Golowin right. In the 15th century, the letters of the bishops of the little kingdoms in northern Italy, the first documents about tarots, condemned these cards games, stating they were brought from gypsies coming from east. DNA analysis also have recently clarified that the Sinti ethnic gypsies come from the Indian peninsula. I consider the book series Cerchio Firenze 77, that means Circle of Florence 1977, my Bible, my spiritual guide. I will explain about these books in another video. Like the books of Seth or the Course in Miracles, these writings were dictated by spirits through mediums. In them, we can find that tarots are the adaptation into game of the Book of Thought, which was the base of many esoteric traditions. So my guidebooks confirm that tarots are the adaptation into game of something very important and more ancient. But I'm here to know your opinion. Did you ever read a book of these two writers? If Jodorowsky became very famous for his large amounts of books, he wrote about tarots, translated in all languages. Golowin wrote just a book in English, the Gypsy Dreambook, edited by Red Will Weiser in 1987. Have you ever read it? Which is your theory about the origins of tarots? I'm waiting for your comments. And bye for now.